Okie dokie. All right.
I
All
think
right.
we're ready.
See. All right. I'm gonna post some stuff, and we'll see if we're ready. All right. So there was something that I noticed was different, and I couldn't quite place my finger on it. And then I realized, I think you got your braces off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew something was different. I was like, you were smiling.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, did he get a growth spurt or something else? I was like, oh my goodness, he got his braces off. Oh snap.
I'm off for a month now. Just about.
Nice. How does that feel? Like with like having to, I don't know, like do you have to like beatbox differently, or is the muscle memory is always going to be muscle memory, but like because like there no like for real life, like there's some people, I don't know if it's beatboxing or other stuff, but like it can get quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't lose any of my sounds. That's the good part about
Yeah.
it. So it just felt very weird at first because my gums were just going everywhere. Like it felt so much different.
Crazy.
So I can like do this better, like the inward kick.
But like everything else, was everything else pretty much good?
Yes.
For about the past
2 to 3 days.
Okay, so like so like after those 3 days, then everything was pretty much like normal again.
Yes.
That's great. That's really good. Really really good. Happy to hear that. Let me put you back on full screen again.
I noticed that the X in my name is a little lowercase X in the screen title.
And the title?
Yeah.
Really? I have it. I actually
Yeah.
on the live stream right now. I have it. So it says guest interview. Sorry, guest interviewee, and I have both uppercase FX. Guest
I mean, like the
socials.
layout, everything's good. The layout's good, but like the title, like on the YouTube title.
Oh, the
But
YouTube title.
It's no big deal. We can fix
Oh,
that later.
actually, I think there's a way you can do that. Manage videos. Oop. Nope, that's old videos. I'm glad you pointed that out, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have to be something I'd have to do later, probably because it's a live stream, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
yeah. That's probably it. Oh wait, actually, bingo, I can do it. It lets me. If yeah, that's why I always recommend people if you have the YouTube Studio app. I know it's just another way to multitask, but it's yeah, it makes things a lot better. All right, so I'm glad you pointed that out. Appreciate it. I'm getting some more people in the live. Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're good to go.
Yeah. First question. You already. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's true. I just got. Someone posted this. Barry Wom. Was
Ellen
on.
show.
Yeah, the Ellen show. This is crazy. So Ellen DeGeneres. This is now the. I don't know if you know. What's his name? Big Man. Big Man got interviewed
Yeah.
on by her a long time ago. This is really good. Yeah, this is really good. This is looking extra good for her, and also extra good that like beatboxers are coming into the scene. Because I remember when Barry Wom completely blew everybody away at the. How many years ago was that? America's Got Talent, I think.
It was like 1 year, 1 or 2 years ago. It was like, yeah, it was in 20, I think in 2019. And it's crazy. Their audition video has over 100 million views. Like, it hit that mark like months ago. So that's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool how they did a really part of their routine was they intentionally they were doing like 5, 6, 7, 8, and then boom, da-dum, dum, and like right on the money that they switched it. Like there was no, I'm glad like one of the judges picked up on that. But yeah, and it kind of reminds me how in the UK that was Katcha. Katcha did their thing. Who knows? The ColinFX might be next on the stage. You never know.
In a few years.
All right, this is ColinFX from the United States. Our guest today, I'm Milz from America, Milz 505, whatever you want to call me. This is season 2 of my interview stream. Season 1, was last summer, and I did not know how to stream. So if you think I'm a boomer now, you should have seen me exactly 1 year ago. Real talk. As always, I put on the screen background visuals brought to you by Beatbox Card ColinFX. He's been doing really big things, making all his cards. So that's blowing up pretty, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so season 2, I think this is like episode 7 or 8. This is crazy. Yeah. So would you like to start with just like a non beatbox background about yourself? So in this part, people talk about like their favorite musician that kind of got them where they are, like maybe like a very first instrument when you were a lot younger, something like that.
Like what got me into it?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, so all started in 3rd grade. Yeah. I got into a game called Geometry Dash. I'm sure you've heard of it. It was like a lot, like I still play it today, but like it's still a really good game, but like it wasn't as popular. It's unfortunately not as popular now as it was back then. But I love the soundtracks from the games. Like I'd say my favorite soundtrack from like the original ones was like at the time Deadlocked by F777. I'm pretty sure the guy changed his stage name to something else, but that song was really good. And then after those main levels, I just checked the online ones and I like found so much stuff from different artists like Dex Arson and more F777 stuff and all these guys. Who else? Yeah, Boom Kitty. This one guy. The guy's really good. And crap, who else? Panda Eyes. That's how I found out about him. And yeah, so I just went there and just kept going with it. And yeah.
Nice. All right. So,
And that was
go ahead.
Sorry. And then just a few years later, I found out about beatboxing. I was just when TikTok was actually a good app. Like it
When it
was
used
like
to be good.
2019, May 5th, not May 5th, May the 13th, 2019. Just scrolling through my TikTok for you page, and I found a Swiss beatbox video on my for you page. It was D'Lo versus Thomas Zachary at the Grand Beatbox Battle Finals 2019. I was very surprised, and I gotta learn this. I want to learn this. So then yeah, and I just went there, and one day later, I found out about the loop station because they posted Enemy versus Brez on there.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, then Enemy just became my favorite looper, and I didn't know how to judge, so I just wanted him to win because I like the stuff.
Yeah. Very different style than Brez, and especially from Inky. Kind of different. Inky's just a little bit different.
I was like, when I first saw him, like Inky, like they posted Inky's clip with Tyson, his first round, I was like confused. I was like lost. Like,
We
okay,
all
what
were.
is this? And then I saw Tyson's first round. I'm like, okay, I think he won. Inky won 5-0. Like, well, I do nothing about judging or anything, but yeah. Then I later began to like Inky's stuff, and boom.
Yeah, Inky is just like he's one of those artists that it's like it just takes time to acquire the taste. It's not like NME or like MB14 that it's just like kind of there because you know, it's just the mainstream versus non-mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy. Did you produce, did you sing it all before, or was it just kind of like solo beatbox and loop, or just kind of your your first thing? Because I think if I remember, you said that solo beatbox was actually the first thing that you started doing.
Yes, that's correct.
So
So yeah, that because like I didn't have my loop station at the time. I got it 1 year later. It was April 13th. I turned the loop station on. I played PH by Star. I looked up the tutorial from Vision Elf. PH by Star. That's the first thing I did after I got it. But I realized my thing was in 1.0, so I did all the stuff updating and all that. So, but solo beatbox, yes, that was the first thing. But then I saw loop station. I'm like, I want to do this, and I'm here now.
so like how so I'm guessing it was like like a few months after that you got hooked on the solo beatbox that you just started getting the 505.
Like I got hooked on the solo beatbox, and I just got instantly hooked on the 505 too.
Nice. So okay. So when did you? Was it around the April of 2020 that you kind of started 505?
Yes. And then I just went on there, started doing a bunch of covers and all that. And then 4 months later, after that, I was just in Discord, and then I don't remember the guy's name, but he told me that because I wanted to cover back Factory by Vocoder, like that was like was one of my favorites at the time, and it was fairly new, like when he released it. I'm sad that he took it down. It's really good, but he said like when you don't like when the guy said when you don't see something, go, oh look, new video, copy, yeah, like work on making my own stuff, and I did that, and I sort of found something, so I just kept doing it, and then I found some nice routines like um, illusion, break it down, of course, like it wasn't as good at the time because I didn't know a lot about it, the looping and music and stuff, and then I had memory, which was the simple one.
Okay, cool. So you talked about like when you learned, you did a lot of copying. Would you say that you've already kind of that like the things that you copied kind of influenced your current style,
Um,
or was it just like copying just to kind of learn, or actually maybe like a mixture of both?
see, like, I just copied because I really wanted, like, that's what I wanted to do. I just copy everything. I still do it sometimes, but it's more complex loopers like PSN. I just like RDR. I found like the filter settings. I was like confused on that, but I realized like the technique that he did. But I just went, but I knew about the effects and frequencies later on after copying stuff for 4 months.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's about 6 months when I first made my own original routine. So yeah, like Yeah, it like people watch like Swiss videos and think it's easy as heck. It's not. Like it's so
Like,
not.
like there's people on Swiss that make it look like it's so easy. It's actually not.
No 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 no. Oh yes, it's easy. It's fun. It's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good routine. I
Yeah.
still have no one in here.
Yeah, believe it or not, when I do like, I haven't done it as much as I used to, but when I do like just chill jam streams, believe it or not, I'm just like you. I have a ton of copy stuff in my. I have a lot of sorrow stuff. I have some enemy stuff that you were saying. But that's mostly because, like most people, I feel like at least the ones that most of my interviewees, even back from season 1, most of us said that MB14 versus Sorrow was the first one that we saw. But it's really interesting that you actually are going against the grain and said enemy versus Brez, I think, right?
Yeah, like it was that way. Like, and it like I later found out about Sorrow. Like later, like I had all these recommendations about like Balance versus Enemy in the GBB 2018. So I was thinking to myself, it's old. I don't want to see that. I kind of regret doing that. Like not checking it out. Like it was that's such a good like battle. But then it was kind of RC 505 day. It said 2017 was a great year for Loop Station, and I saw Sorrow's first drop and Piège with the phaser and all that. And I was like,
Piège, yep.
holy crap. Yeah, I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Warning, hero, warning, warning.
Yeah.
Fast forward, and now MB14 and Sorrow are a tag team.
Yeah. And Loop Station and just tag team.
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of stuff to build up against some of these other tag teams that are coming in.
Like Husky. Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck to that. I don't know. That's gonna be crazy. The whole GBB 21 thing.
I'm so excited to see that from home. Like,
gonna be
that's
crazy.
gonna be huge. Like, I gotta go to one. Like, I gotta go to one soon.
Yeah, like people keep asking me if I want to go, and I say if I ever place. But if I don't place, like if the whole battling thing doesn't become my thing, I still want to go out there and support it. Because Swiss Beatbox used to be very underground until it's not so much underground now.
Yeah, like just building it up.
Yeah,
With Barry Wong and all that.
Some people might think that it's some like multinational corporation thing. It's not. It's really not. I mean, it might seem that way at times, but it's not. Okay. So you want to kind of talk about some of your, so like basically once you got the hang of originals, you want to kind of talk about more about like Discord, like certain kind of servers that you just kind of networked or you won, not maybe either won or placed in some online wildcards or something like that.
Yeah, so there was one battle. It was like completely a joke, I'm telling you. It was in August S. He hosted it. But I joined Beatbox Community around like early June of 2020. Cool. I was like 2 months in, and I was just still copying. That's all I did. And then like I only had 2 originals at the time, but I removed them because no key and not very good, considering with the stuff I have now. But so there was one battle I got to do in June. That was like July or something. The Bird Beatbox Battle 2020. Like literally, like I'm telling you, like it was like the bird, like S literally hosted it, and the judge was literally a bird. Like it was so bad.
Bird is the word.
I was against Enhance, and originally I won the semifinals, and he decided to call for an overtime.
Wow.
So I'm like, but I lost the overtime, so he moved on. I'm like, wait, this isn't right. But he won the whole thing because he was up against KBA and not PSM. He's in Crook. KBA and Slither.
Yeah.
Like this whole it was like a joke. Like they were just playing stuff from their computers and just like distorting it to the max. Like it was such a joke.
Hey, but experience is experience, though, right?
Yeah. And then November came, the first season of the Seven to Smoke, and I had Break It Down.
Seven to
Yes.
smoke. Are you talking clip?
Yes, the first Seven to Smoke Loop Station
Okay.
battle that they had.
Okay.
Um, I was disappointed a little bit. Like, I was so close. Like, I didn't expect to get so high up. Like, I didn't think I was that good. Well, I got ninth for my first time
Nice.
in an actual event, not a joke event. Yes, you made a joke event. Yeah. So then I got feedback from the judges, and then KBA said, like, oh, this is what you did. Drop, drop, drop. There's no, like, build up. Like, the structure is not there, really. It wasn't. And then I still didn't know much about, like, the music. Like, everything has to be in tune. Not that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So, yeah. So then I found out that was Xenogenesis, so I had the weird, like, like that up and down bass line. So, and then I was just watching, like, Bizkit, and, like, I'd say that his advice for someone else also helped me. Like, because Laser released his wild card, and he mentioned that, like, what he did was, like, it wasn't in tune, and everything has to be in tune. So, like, okay, I can take something from this. So then I'm, like, just looking all over the place, and I made Pacific in it was late December. This one. This one. So it was that, and it was like Sin. So I was like, so I tried to get into the team battles. I was kind of disappointed until we gave me the opportunity last minute, and then we made a track in an hour, and I'd say that's sort of like that relates to my style now, like the sound design choices I choose, like granular delay and robot, like some sort of delay has to be in there, and I had phaser, of course, but I think it's still one of my best at the moment. But yeah.
Nice. Nice. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah. Yeah. Like when I tell people that I have a crazy household, like there's always stuff popping up around here.
Okay.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of medical stuff going on. So, all right. Cool. Okay. So now, basically, past 2020, 2021. Where there's some shout outs that you got accepted and posted, and if so, kind of take us through the process of all of that between making it and waiting and getting it and anything
Yeah.
after that.
So I improved Break It Down like early 2021, late 2020, with like everything being in tune, and I'm proud of the track of how it is now. But I'm still like working to improve it. Like I'm using a technique with the transpose and the resampling thing that Jan Elf created. I used that on one of my tracks because of a bug and better timing. Yeah, it's wonderful. And I really haven't seen what I mean to say, like, Break It Down. It's like I just really threw stuff out there, just like try different techniques, and I just found this, and I'm like, okay, this is nice. But I have made a change to it after I sent it into Beatbox International in February of 2021. There was lo-fi on the bass. I replaced it with vocal distortion to make it cleaner. Like when I first sent it in, I got a message from Minnie, and like at first my heart was like racing. I was like, did I just get featured? He said he saw my Beatbox International shout out, and I'm like, oh wait, he saw the file I sent in. So I'm like, okay. And then he said, I think you'll get accepted. And I'm like, and I'd say I hope so, but I don't know. I don't think I will. But it was a very close decision, because I, like, a month later, like 3 weeks later, I got a message saying, hey, your shout out's in standby mode. And I'm like, what does that mean? And he says, so your shout out so one person has not voted, like whether they want it to go through or not. So if he says no, it gets thrown away. It gets declined. If you accept it, you get featured. So it was really like just could be anything at this point. But then it got accepted, and I was like, yes, let's go.
Yeah.
And then I was just waiting and waiting until it got up there, and I was so happy, and checked it out, commented, all that. Watched. I looked at the comments that people said about it and all that. So I wanted to see what they had to say. And the whole process took 51 days from sending it into the feature.
Wow. Hey, but I mean, it was worth it though. So yeah, so I think they have decline, standby, and accepted. And I think Minnie actually showed me the color code thing that they used for that.
They had there was green for yes, red for no. Upload is like blue.
Yeah.
Standby is like purple or something. Yeah. But then
Right.
Swiss Beatbox came along, and Starlight, I think that's currently my best. Like with the musicality structure and all that. I worked on that with like the thing is that little filter that was in there, the do. That was a new addition since like I had the idea, but I at first I just placed it right in the snare like Epos sometimes does, but I later placed it like yeah, like in that pattern. The time I created it, I created the melody kind of fast, because I originally made it after I lost the Crook 6 to Bonzo and Epos. 5-0. It was depressing. I was like, I'm not going to win a
But here's the thing.
quarterfinal.
I think all the way back to even season 1. I was talking to some guests about this. Like 5-0 to me doesn't always necessarily mean like you got your ass whooped. It really doesn't sometimes. To me, it can mean like the difference between like just like 5 people whose margin of difference was like that.
Yeah. Like KBA like got a 3-0 against Darnell, but Darnell almost beat him.
I mean, sometimes it is like that. Sometimes it might not be. But I mean, that's just my kind of perspective on that.
We were slapped like hard in that tournament. Like, Epos used the track against me twice. The hard like he used it against me in the 7 to Smoke season 2. I'm glad I made it into that one since I used another one of my best, Meteorite, of course. The new change I made to it is that panning delay and ring modulator bass. It's like a lip oscillation sort of. The thing is, Starlight. I first showed it to Brian. I think, yeah, I showed it to him sometime. He's like, I think it's out. I like it a lot, but it isn't it out of key. And it was out of key. I'm still like in the stage of perfecting it, but I used the same synth drop idea from Paranormal Activity. That's going up on YouTube sometime soon.
Paranormal
but
Activity.
Maybe not on my channel, but probably a shout out. But yeah, that was a good one.
Is it gonna creep people
But I
out?
used the same thing.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. What?
Ave Satani. What does Mary from 1589 want to say? Ow!
Right. And then I used the same synth technique, but I found a nice beat scatter and I decided to record it on there, try it out. I really liked it. So then the second drop, the original idea, it was on the robot actually, not on the bass, because the bass I actually found that last minute before going into the battle against JK Sound, the 5v5. Oh, yeah. It was originally a slicer, transpose, and a chorus. Like the transpose was on 12, but I think it's really nice. Like I still think it's a really nice little thing, but the bass drop kind of like fits it better. Like when you bring in the granular delay, then it's like complete. And then I sent it into Swiss, and they sent, and surprisingly, I got an email back really quickly saying, we can't promise it on our channel, but send us the information if it ever goes on. So I sent them that info, and about 2 weeks later, it got up there.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. And you're only, what, 15?
Yes.
And aren't you 16 soon?
In 10 months. So that's going to be a while.
I thought you were, okay. I thought you were going to be 16 soon. Okay. Crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. All right. So, okay. So done solo, loop. Do you have any plans for like either solo tag, loop tag, crew, or is it just kind of seeing where things go?
This is a really good question. Crew, I don't think it was kind of like this with 2021. Like if like I would have just made like a random Discord video with 3 other guys or 4 we would have just gotten into Swiss Beatbox no matter how bad it was because they only had 9. But don't forget, like, for example, Squid wins. Then the guys who like Rezones, who else? Mathematic. They'll try to remake one, and so the chances decrease. But Tag Loop, I'm planning to do this with Teal. Dark Silence is our tag team name, and we're gonna try to make a tag team loop over Discord. So I'm gonna record audio. He's gonna record audio. I'll record video too with OBS, and then I'll mash it up together and then put a title on it. Boom, just send it out.
Nice. Yeah.
Hopefully it gets close.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think that was absolutely nuts. How there was no lag at all in 2 of those GBB wildcards. So one was tag, one was crew.
Yeah, Nightmare Fuel.
I still have no idea how they got it to be perfect, and while still following on all of Sinjo's rules.
Like, I think they may have, like, I want to say what I think they may have done, but I may get like hate from Nightmare Fuel for saying this.
Banned.
And Pono, because he edited it.
Pono.
He just
Pono.
the thing is he put the black screen up there, but I think he got the layout, the 3-thing layout, but he did go get together with Biz on Hawaii. But I think they actually took the video, cropped it into the Discord area, and then just recorded it off of that, and then merged it together, and then called it a wild card, and they got 5th. Like, I think that's what they possibly did, but if they have really good Wi-Fi, I'm sorry, guys, that I accused you of cheating. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other one that had. There was like, you said there was another over Discord.
It was, yeah. There was a tag, and then there was the crew. Wait, hold on. Was it? Was there a tag that was like that? The crew we just talked about. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just that one crew. Maybe
Nightmare Fuel. So yeah, I like the idea, like, to make it stand out, like Dark Silence, like the name originally, because I was thinking about combining names that did not work, but then teal is like a color, right? Yeah. FX is some sort of sound. So I originally got white noise, but Hershey and One Known already took that, so I was thinking like the opposite, Dark Silence. And I was like, and we both agreed on it, and we're like, okay, let's do that. And we're gonna have to start working on it because recording that probably gonna be a pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you cannot make a mistake in a GBB wildcard.
Yeah, if it's a wild card, it's going to be tougher. I feel like if you're just kind of making projects to make projects, though, it's way easier. Because just like you said, like, everybody records their own audio, their own video, and then you just got to crop things together and make it creative. Don't have to worry about all these damn judging sheets and all that annoying stuff.
Like, I think part of it, like, their errors are going to be, like, the pressure of recording. Like, you're trying not to mess up. Like, this is one take. Like, Starlight, like, I would have gotten that done quicker because I rehearsed it and I was doing pretty well. But I was outside. So I couldn't even see. I had to just, like, look over like this. I couldn't even see anything.
I've always wanted to try going outside, but then, like, that is my biggest fear, besides the rain thing.
Do it in the shade or do it at night, but don't go in the rain. I don't think I'm going to risk it again. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to risk going in the rain again.
With the sunlight and stuff, I'm always worried about that. It's going to, like, glare. It's going to cause a glare, and then it, like, messes me up and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's really cool that, you're doing more collabs and stuff. So it seems to me like you're kind of doing, like, you've been networking, kind of at the same rate of international as you are with national. I know American Beatbox has been doing a lot of hard work. They haven't forgotten about anybody. There was a pressure for them to do online stuff like everybody else has been doing, but they kind of waited. Yeah. They kind of wanted it to be way more organic and do it, in person.
I thought they should have had a 2020 online American Beatbox Championship. Like, I probably would have been able to make it, but at the same time, I probably would have lost in the quarterfinals because, like, the experience that I had in 2020. was like very low. But I can't like if I want to go, but I can't make it for like a few years. Like not because I can't win a wild card. Transportation is very far away for me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, it's only about a 3 hour drive for you, and 4 hours for me.
10 hours, 10 to 11 hours.
Oh, you're way more in the south,
Yes.
Georgia,
No.
Florida,
No.
South Carolina.
I'm not that far. Florida is like 26 hours now.
Drive.
I'm not gonna say it's like yeah, but I'm kind of like in that little area,
Okay. All right.
like south. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's hard. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah,
But I'll
it's-
make it someday.
What about? I don't know if they're gonna do Legends. I think that would be way way closer to where you live.
Where's that at? Like Georgia?
Legends? Is it like Georgia or Florida? I want to say Florida.
Holy cow! That's still a 10. That's like 12-hour drive. Like these places are so far away. Like just put one near me, I can go.
What about speaking of American stuff opening back up, what about that Kansas City, Missouri thing? That would be too hard for me.
Let me check. Let me look at the crap. My phone died. Okay, I was gonna look at the map. I'd say it's like. Let me just pull it up on PC real fast.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, let me just look at. I'm just gonna look and guess.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Surrey's. Like, is it like southern Missouri, North Missouri? Like
Kansas City, I think. I want to say like around middle
middle Missouri or middle Kansas? It's like
Missouri.
Missouri. Okay. So that's like still the same amount, like 10
Wow.
to 11 hours.
Wow. Yeah, but that is really cool that they have Midwest things going there. So it's not like the East Coast, New York is like the only thing that has stuff. That's really nice because I know, like in France, everywhere in France for the past 15 years, pretty much. I mean, like we all know how the French do with beatboxing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think we talked about almost everything. Any other future projects or anything that you haven't already kind of talked about before we do the drop a beat last part?
There's a few things I want to like accomplish like in the scene. One, there's actually two things, and they're like the same thing. One, get top 20 in the Grand Beatbox Battle wildcards, but not qualifying positions because I don't want them like.
You're talking about
I
solo
feel like
loop, I
it's a
assume?
hassle to like make it. Loop station.
Yeah.
Make top 20 in loop station.
Yeah.
For GVD, make top. I want to qualify for the kickback battle because it's online. I can make it. I just stay here. So I want to make it. I want to win a kickback wildcard someday. Yeah, and this is coming up very shortly, like in a month. Online World Beatbox Championships 2021.
Is that confirmed?
I'm gonna try to win a wildcard.
Is it confirmed?
I'm gonna try it. What?
Is it confirmed though? Because the thing with them, they had on their website for a long time, like they had this like a Google Calendar or something, and they had like these seasonal things that looked really confirmed, but then they never happened. And so then they started doing all these other events. So like that Cypher thing was recent.
Yeah.
So I mean, that'd be cool if they had that online.
I think they're making some changes to like stuff. So, but I'm positive they'll have the online world champs. Like I'm sure they will. But
They'll probably call it season 2 or just 2021. Yeah.
Yep. Hopefully they can like get their stuff together. Not that they're like I'm not hating on them, but
for sure.
I hope that they can find a solution to whatever problem's going on.
Yeah.
And then they can have the weeklies back.
Yeah.
But they're not having they didn't have the loop fall season thing. They canceled it.
Yeah. But shout out to them though. they're up to, I don't know how many members now, 50,000 or something. Probably
Jeez.
more. YouTube, I think YouTube subs is up to 20,000.
30. I was thinking like about 30K,
I think
somewhere around that number.
Yeah, I think they were the very first Beatbox server to get verified by Discord itself. I think that Cypher thing that recently happened, I think that was given direct attention from Discord. So, yeah, same thing. It's like, I think they're basically like the Swiss Beatbox of Discord Beatbox servers.
I'm pretty sure Beatbox International got a thing too. Let me check.
I think so.
I'm sure they did.
I think so.
Yeah, they did get a partnership.
Nice. All right. Nice. Woohoo. Yeah, shout out to them too for doing their 5v5 loop thing. I think that might have been their.
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, the Japan round, that was really nice. Like, just clean up the drums and boom. Like, yeah, the panning delay, like I think the level was like all the way up. I felt like it was just a little too much, but it has a lot of potential. I think it's your best yet. Really good.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Sorry, when you said Japan round, I thought you were talking about Eurasia. Sorry. Yeah, you're talking about like my Sakura thing. Oh yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Try not to think about that too much. I mean, it was actually yesterday. I was talking to Voxel. I were talking about that. So yeah. Yeah, he gave his perspective on judging and just his own behind the scenes perspective of that entire thing. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks for your feedback too. Okay, so we are in the last part, and people like to do this in different order. Any last questions, comments, shout outs, or drop a beat right away?
I think I'll just drop the beat.
Okay. In that case, let me go back on the.
But does the audience have any questions? Like, is it, I can't see the chat. Dead phone.
I've been in the chat. There was no chat yet. I always have it up on my phone, in case people have any questions. Okay, let me turn your audio down because I know that you'll be. All right, can you test it out? What? Your effects and stuff.
Okay. Sorry, I went on record too early. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
Oh, I was gonna say, you want to just do a quick audio test before, so I can. Yeah.
So I think you're gonna have to use the this time you're gonna have to use like the Zoom chat because like it's a bug that is with ripcord sometimes. It like sounds like lo-fi. When we try to talk, it gives like those kind of sounds.
So you're saying you want me to mute on Zoom, or I'm sorry, mute on Discord?
Just give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up if like everything sounds good.
Okay, wait, hold on. So you want me to mute? So you're saying you want me to mute on Discord and unmute on Zoom?
No, wait.
Oh.
I won't understand what you're saying in ripcord because a bug. And can you give me a thumbs up if like everything's sounding good before I drop the beat with like the little mic test?
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna switch to ripcord right now. Okay. All right, let's go. All right. Phase 2.
All right. Well, that is how you switch from. That is definitely how you switch. From one groove to the other and back and forth.
Yeah.
So you might have to show me or briefly explain how did you fix the bug that because that was the cleanest ripcord I've ever heard through my Streamlabs. Actually,
I mean, in my perspective, it sometimes does this sometimes, for specific people. When they're on, if you were on ripcord, then I would be able to hear you in ripcord just fine. But because you're on Discord, I don't know why it does this. Because you're on Discord and I'm on ripcord, it sounded like that. So it's a bug for me. You can still hear me, but I can't hear you. So it's weird.
Yeah, because for some reason, usually when either my guest uses ripcord or I use ripcord, there's always some kind of slicing.
It's still kind of buggy sometimes.
But I mean, on my end, everything you just did, I didn't hear a single slicey thing. It sounded exactly like how Beatbox Community would do it, Swiss would do it, Clip would do it. So I don't know what you all keep doing with your ripcord stuff that I'm not doing with mine. I don't know.
I think it's just a bug with the system in general. I don't know.
Yeah, but hey, I mean that sounded great. I mean not just because of the looping itself, but with text speaking. Okay. I thought that was a great interview. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. I mean that's the whole point of this, education. And yeah, the beat that you dropped was obviously good.
Thanks.
All right. So I think it is time to sign off unless you have anything else you want to add.
I think we're done here.
Yeah. Okay. So one last time, I've been Milz, and we just got done interviewing who?
ColinFX from the USA.
Yeah.